change jobs, retire, we're still growing and figuring new stuff out. What does never stop growing mean to you?
Never stop growing means we probably graduated from college, but we still want to make it to our goals. See, some of us want to be teachers, actors, doctors, or anybody dream want to make it to. But we never stop growing because we still walking into our destination, to try to make it, to try to make it to the right way. When it comes to something, not just to make our family happy, to make ourselves happy. Because look what we did and look how far we made.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were a participant at the Art San Francisco, and you've been part of our Friends Like Me social rec program. Can you tell me what you like about having a Friends Like Me?
Well, I love it because people like us, we're not afraid to be ourselves.
Yeah.
We be ourselves because that's how we'll find our true friends who accept us for who we are, who understand about our disabilities or anything about us. We accept us for who we are and how we are, and we appreciate everything about it. Because even the teachers take the time out, that time to spend time with us, even the volunteers.
Yeah.
Make it so special, make it so happy.
Awesome. You don't need me. It'll be the Darius show. So you've been part of Friends Like Me for a while, and you're now part of our education program, our lifelong learning program. But you had to wait to join that program for about 6 months, I think.
Yes.
Does that sound right? What was it like having to wait when you were like ready to go?
Well, it didn't feel so bad because he still let me join the events. We still had after art, like every Monday, we have a game night.
Yeah.
Where I still make good friends, still talk to my friends who still accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
And the teachers and volunteers there still treat me as I'll go there.
Right.
And
Part of the community.
and it's not their job to come talk to me or help me. That's the choice that he made.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all the kindness and help you give each and every time.
Yeah.
I can't ask for nothing better than that.
We get a lot of questions from participants, especially after COVID, of why they have to wait to come into services. Why do they have to wait 6 months? Why do they have to wait a year? Why do they have to wait so long, right? And we don't want anyone to have to wait. If you want to be able to join our community, we want to be able to serve you. One of the hardest things for us is making sure, like you talked about, that we have this awesome staff to receive you and support you and be ready to go. And it's one of our biggest barriers to bringing people in off the wait list right now. And a lot of it comes down to pay, right? It's expensive to live in San Francisco, and we want to be able to not only hire really good people, but the people that have worked for us for a long time, we want to make sure they can afford to live in San Francisco, right? So one way that we can increase staff pay is to advocate for better funding, right, at the state level. And to tell our leaders, this is our community is important and the people who support us are important. So who in our studio audience believes that advocacy works? Can we get a little round of applause? It definitely does. And we have both some elected officials and some candidates in the room today. For a couple of years. So if you want to join us kind of on the ground, on April 10th, we will be heading up to Sacramento with a bunch of participants and staff and advocates for Capital Action Day to make sure that we are advocating for a strong state budget in support of the disability community. If you want to do something today on your tables, there are postcards that you can send your elected officials. They are already filled out for you, so if your caffeine hasn't hit you quite yet, we've got a little bit of time. We also will be sharing a link in our post-event communication that it makes things super simple. It will write the email for you, post to your previously known as Twitter or Instagram or whatever platform de jour you're using these days. So we really ask the 200 people that are in our studio audience today, this is a really great way to amplify your involvement with us. All right. Can you tell me why our staff are so awesome? Do you have like 3 words to describe? You got more than 3? Well, then I don't want to limit you.
Yeah, well, because you know how to teach, where us, we need to understand, so we know how to make it out there in life. So we didn't be afraid to chase for our dreams, or scared or afraid, because he helped us learn and communicate better and be more independent.
Yeah.
And he helped us learn so much. And plus, in the art over, he still take that time to stay to help us and teach us a lot more that other people didn't know how to teach us. So he take that time to help us because of how kind and how amazing people are.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all the kindness and appreciate you give us. Because there's a lot of us don't really understand or learn like a lot of people.
Sure.
But these people know how to teach us in a way where we can understand better. So that's why you see a lot of us who went to art and made it to our goals, or made it to our opportunity, or made it to our dreams and everything.
Yeah.
And now I wake up every morning with a smile on my face because I'm going to go straight to art.
I love that. All right, you give the art all the compliments. You're doing a great job this morning. Well, why don't we get into our first hot topic of the day?
Oh, yes.
What's our first hot topic today that we're going to talk about?
Client teaching.
Client teaching, yeah, client-led learning. So when we talk about client-led learning, we're talking about participants really designing what their educational experience looks like. And part of that is teaching classes at the ARC. So this morning, we have one of our long-time participants, Calvin Fitch, and his incredible direct service professional, David Duckworth, joining us to talk about teaching classes at the ARC. Come on up, Calvin. Yay! Good morning.
Good morning.
So how y'all doing this morning?
Great. The food was excellent.
Perfect. Got some scrambled eggs in there,
Yeah.
bacon.
Yes.
I know I have you a plate too.
Well, we are so excited to have both of you with us this morning. Hey, Calvin, could you tell me how long you've been coming to the ARC?
10 days.
About 10 years?
10 years.
It's a long time. That's about how long I've been at the ARC too. What do you think is your favorite thing about coming to the ARC?
They have the other than, well, and they all with David.
Yeah, you go out with David. Where do you guys go?
They museum.
You go to different museums in the community. Do you have a favorite?
Science.
So, Calvin, you are teaching a hip-hop class at the ARC, is that right?
That's right.
Well, I got a question. What kind of music do I dance to?
Take a hip-hop class to the museum with David.
Oh, okay. Well, I wonder how do y'all teach the clients that are in wheelchairs?
They finger,
figure what to be.
Good to meet you.
We have a number of different classes at the ARC that are taught by and created by our participants. We have a Chinese culture club, a Black history class. Calvin, can you tell me why you decided you wanted to teach a class at the ARC?
I saw children, yeah, children, I got a lot of drama class, the children.
So you took drama class with Judy at City College,
The sick,
and you thought, I knew that.
I can do that.
Yeah, I get it. Do you have any rules for your students in your class?
Say no, no cell phone, no eating. This is the teacher.
Listen to the teacher, no cell phone.
Yes, right, you're out.
10 strikes, you're out. A lot of strikes.
Well, if you don't mind, may you show us one of your dance moves you teach your class?
Yeah, a little back and forth. You do a little side to side sometimes.
Do you know all the hands with it?
Get your arms going. Yeah.
Go, Calvin.